Collectors are willing to pay a lot more than that.
Oh yeah.
But collectors, if they really wanted to pay like hundreds for it, but
Country sold worldwide.
yeah. So it's a common set, 407-piece set.
It's like what he said too on the show. He said
Yeah.
it's just we're getting emotional about things. It's just one brick.
It's just a brick.
We can build this one, Andrew. Look,
No, we can't. We don't have those parts.
we can buy it
And,
separately.
See this one here? This
What?
one, it was $30 new, but now it's worth like over $1,000
Really?
if you have. But you have to have the original box.
I know.
And it can't
And
be.
this one is still the same price.
Just like how Dad chucked out of boxes.
Also London. Everything's from London.
That is the Capital Centre. That's just down the road.
No, you got to go. Yeah, there's just some on the wall over there for you to go.
There you go, look, Grandma is opening the new Lego. We're still trying to figure that one out. And it's all grey bricks today. I wonder what it has in store for us today. What else is there? Magnificent.
Yeah,
It's all grey. Today it's all grey bricks. What's in the last? What's in that last container?
Fruit store.
What's in that last package? We can just chuck out the packaging. But like, what's in the last one? Oh, the suspense. Oh, it's a door. A door has been manufactured. So, look at that, Celia. Like, the stickers were very fiddly for mine and Grandma's hands. And look, we have a fridge. We have a shelf with some stuff on it. We have another shelf. We have some bread and some popcorn by the looks of it. And a fruit stand for the Lego supermarket. Okay, Celia, so now this is the upgrade to the Lego supermarket, which has now been placed here. A little yellow truck as the delivery trucks have been sold out. And the shelves as such. And I'm going to put like a grey cement pavement around here to connect that to the road later. Grandma has got a Christmas train. And he's looking at it very eagerly. She's looking at, in fact, as eagerly as Pluto looks at it, like as Pluto looks at a bone. Grandma's looking at the train like Pluto looks and a bone. Rain. Very flimsy track that will break if it's bent. Find the batteries. Where are the batteries? They've gone missing. Oval track. Not quite as good as your race cars. Oh, okay. That's wrong. Hopefully the track's all. It even makes a little noise. Yeah. Not bad, baby. Than expected. As I had my quail feed came very late, like about a week past the deadline, eBay gave me 2 $5 vouchers, and I used those vouchers to buy some Lego minifigures from Bricktastics, and they're going to be 6 random old set minifigures, and I'm just going to open them up and we're going to see what we get. So these are the new Lego minifigures that I received. Yeah, quite interesting. 2 female minifigures, which are always handy, and what appears to be a sheriff. Some kind of airplane pilot. Very old Lego construction worker. A lady with a necklace laughing. Some sort of scuba driver and a female security guard. Looking at all these minifigures that I got, the 6 minifigures that I got, and looking through Bricklink, Brickowl, Google, and various places, I'm just looking through these minifigures, and first thing I note is this woman here, like, came with a broomstick. I'm not sure what they're trying to imply there, but with these minifigures, that Air Force pilot was missing the visor, so it's worth around maybe $2. I think that the most valuable minifigures here in the set was the cowboy and the diver. I think they're worth maybe around $3 or $4. The police woman and the 2 female characters here, and the 2 female characters here. It seemed like they were a mishmash of heads and hair and body parts from different minifigures, so I'm not sure how that will affect the price. Like, let's say, and then with this character here, I looked him up on Brickowl, and I think it might be the wrong type of hat for him, but he was worth around $2. So all up, like on the higher scale, these minifigures probably worth, like if they can sell for $4 each, which I'm not sure of because some of them are a mixture of different minifigure sets. Then like that would be 4 times, let's say $3 each. That would, $4, then postage, $3 each. That's $3 3 times 6, that'll be 18 bucks. And all up, you know, like including the postage, they were about 16 bucks. But I did get vouchers, which, you know, like which reduced, as per this calculation, I spent $8 on, including shipping, for 2 sets of 3 or 6 minifigures, so $16 minus $10, so I spent $6 in total. And these minifigures are worth, you know, at the most probably about 18 bucks on a good day, and I figured out they'll be worth on the lower end at around $12. So, you know, the amount paid, you know, for 16, like, they were a good deal because of the vouchers, but without the vouchers, these minifigures from Bricktastics are probably, you know, they're probably worth around what I paid for them. Like, if you didn't include the vouchers, and, you know, they're alright, they're in good condition, they're pretty clean, pretty crisp Lego, no flaking, no damaged parts. The faces are perfectly good, there's no fading on the faces. I might use some of the parts from, say, for example, this guy, the face, for other more valuable minifigures. I'd probably buy again from these guys if I had a, you know, if I get more vouchers, but, you know, the full price is sort of like you get what you pay for kind of thing. You don't get anything particularly special, but like the, you know, they're random minifigures. I was hoping to get minifigures, you know, that were in sets that I needed. I was hoping one of the 6 would have been from a set I needed, that I was missing a minifigure, but, you know, like, it wasn't to be this time. I would definitely purchase from these guys again if I had a voucher, but at full price, I'd be a bit iffy. I would look at, you know, eBay for specific minifigures I was after, which were actual complete, not mix mash sets. Yeah, so that's basically it. Thanks. Grandma's just sitting there. What's she doing? Oh, she's drinking Coke. Grandma, and look what Grandma bought back. She bought this back because the Woolworths promo has started in Australia. This is not real Lego. These are Lego compatible blocks. So, how much did you spend on your shopping today, Grandma? 134, and you get these free. You get 1 free pack for every $30 spent. So 1, 2, so you got 5. So that means you got 120 there, and then you spend the 14. So you got that. They gave you that one as well. And Grandma spent $10 for the Lego shop. The thing I like about this Lego shop is, unlike the Bunnings, it's the actual minifigure size. So the minifigures can actually fit in there. How good is that? The Woolworths shop when it's completed. So the issues I had with this is it's not as quality as Lego. As you can see, there's sort of gaps between the bricks, like these ones here. They don't really stick together like authentic Lego does. This absolutely can't be mixed up with my Lego bricks because the bricks are not authentic and not worth as much. The stickers were a bit awkward to get right, aligned, and I prefer printed bricks because stickers wear off after a while. We got little mini packs for each $30 spent. So there's a trolley with some vegetables in it, some entry gates, a checkout, and that's a Lego figure in there I just put in, and a fruit and veg stand. there's the little side entrance door. So it goes quite nicely with my Lego town for now, while there's space. So I don't have much on the board at the moment. That's all. Look, it's a bit different, Grandma, look, because it's got that at the bottom, but the top studs are similar to Lego, and probably Lego will come on there. It's got a nice all green blocks, and they're not the same shade of green as Lego blocks. Instructions, which are probably not as easy as Lego instructions to follow, and of course some stickers. Alright. And when I purchased those new bricks, even though I didn't get anywhere near a kilo, I got more like 100 grams, or 600 grams I paid for, and I got more like 100 grams. I was able to get enough red bricks to finish the modular custom that I was working on. And as you can see, this is a cafe, and I'm starting to build a roof garden for it, and I'll take that off. Underneath we have a bedroom which hasn't got any interiors yet, but I found a lot of tiles that I can use. And then at the bottom we have I created a little drink stand for the counterpart. Just pop that back on so it slides nicely back on in place. And see, there's white bricks. We're going to be breaking those up and washing them and probably bleaching some if they're going a bit yellowy. A new plane goes in nicely there. Here are some of the sets that are incomplete that I'm working on and planning to supplement the bricks with. I have a knight's a knight skeleton type of building, which is missing a few parts. I have the space monorail. I have a 1980s original catapult. I have a Technique giant truck with a helicopter on the back on a trailer. I have the Egyptian sets and some race car sets in here, plus I'm trying to rebuild the police helicopter. I will have a look online to see if it's actually cheaper to buy these sets than to replace the bricks and then sell off the excess bricks. So, sorted out, these are all the bricks that are wide enough to go back into being rinsed and back into the collection, and these blocks still a bit yellowy and might need another day or so. I'm not going to add any more bricks as my solvent hydrogen peroxide is becoming less and less, so these go back out in the sun. Which are being washed in hydrogen peroxide, trying to re-whiten some bricks. They've been left out in sunlight for a few days. Ones that were whitened have been taken out, and I'm going to be checking again. So this is the latest Lego project. These bits of Lego have been washed with dishwashing liquid, and bits of dirt and bits of round styrofoam balls came out and other stuff, and it's generally dirty. Then rinsed in dishwashing liquid for about 10 minutes, and then put in cold water, rinse through cold water to make sure all the bubbles come out, and then dry it under this electric fan, which has been shoved in the drawer to hold it up. Since it's sunny, these are all pretty much dry now. I'm using a towel which gets damp and it absorbs all the the water. And sorting through the Lego, I have put everything into these sealable bags to make sure that it's all neat and tidy. All the Lego in here has been sorted into bags, including the new sets that I got. And over here is Lego that I'm planning to sell on brick resales. Unfortunately, I contacted them and they advised me that that they're not taking anymore because they've bought so much Lego. But you'd think that since they're giving out $100 vouchers to kids in New South Wales, that they would be actually, selling it pretty quick. This is under 2 kilos of Lego. So in my other video I showed you what was only 100 grams, and you can see that the kilo of Lego is much more than what I purchased the other day. Now, they need at least 6 kilos of Lego to come and do a free pickup by their courier, which is much better than eBay because you're saving costs for your buyers by not having to offset the cost of delivery for each portion. Yeah, so they need, you know, a minimum of 6 kilos. They pay $15 to $20 for each kilo of Lego. This is what I'm doing, is I'm planning to sell this off. If I can't get it better on eBay, I'll wait for brick resales, but I'm going to sell this and get some new sets. See, I've got my little tripod here that's the first time I've used it, which will hopefully display a good video. Now, looking at that egg carton, it seems that it lines up pretty well. So what I'm going to discuss today is the $28 of Lego that I bought, and I got a few freebies. Unfortunately, because of COVID here in Australia, we're only allowed to travel within about 5 kilometers of where we live. So in the next town over, I was able to pick up some Lego from Facebook Marketplace. The lady had already sold 3.6 kilos of Lego, and she had a few minifigures that, you know, she offered me $5 for $4. But, you know, I wasn't really willing to drive around there for, you know, just 4 minifigures, so I asked her what else she had, and she was able to find another 600 grams of Lego. So I paid 28 Australian dollars for the 4 minifigures that were going to be $4 anyway, plus about $24 for the 600 grams of Lego, which was a little bit higher than I expected, but she threw in some other freebies, and we got you know, we got a little bit of some other things as well, which were in the deal, and she said it was for charity, so, you know, like, I felt that it was the right thing to do. Side, regarding the Lego, even though it wasn't anywhere near the 600 grams it was advertised as, most of it appears to be genuine Lego. There's these bits in here, I'm not sure if they're genuine Lego. Please feel free to comment if you see any Lego there that should be Lego. That grey piece there it looks like Lego, but it's not a genuine Lego brick. It's kind of rounded over the top, and this might be like a printed, you know, like a brick that came out of a 3D printer. It doesn't line up quite right. As you can see, there's an interesting array of colours. I had a total of 6 complete and 1 kind of incomplete minifigure. Don't know what sets those are from. If you know, please comment. I had 2 of these transparent heads. Not sure where they came from. Little accessories, hats, whatnot. I had 4 of these transparent cups. I'm not sure what set they came from as well. A little bit of foliage, trees. 2 of these mail things. I've only just recently acquired some of these in a set. A city thing, I'm not sure where that's from. I might have to look it up to see if I've got any sets in that red thing there. I don't know what that is. A few rounded circular cylinder pieces. Those blacks, black pieces. Those 2 black pieces there. They will, you know, like I didn't have enough cannonballs in some of my pirate sets, so they'll just replenish some of my pirate sets. Quite a few base plates here, but nothing really of a decent size to put into a modular building or anything like that, unless I kind of join them up. A lot of circular bits, a lot of wing-looking pieces, some very small rounded corners. I'm not sure where these come from. They're like little, you know, like extender kind of lighty thingies. a few of those, a bit of a propeller, a door. I'm not sure where. I think that is genuine Lego. There's some kind of like a glass plate from a set. A small window, which probably goes with that larger window. Some transparent pieces, red roof pieces, black roof pieces, some arch stuff, and then some different coloured pieces from a beauty shop, which might be a set. I'm not sure if it's a complete set from this, so she just sold me the leftover parts. Those red thin bricks will go nice onto my modular building, as I had ran out of those. And then pretty much the good thing about this is that most of the pieces are actually quite kind of useful, even though there wasn't as many as I expected. The pieces are all, there's not that many bricks like, these 2x4 or 2x2 bricks. More of them are the 1x4 type, but they're an arrangement of different colours, which is interesting. This is the Lego itself. It's pretty clean. It doesn't need to really be cleaned. I might need to clean some of my other pieces, but this Lego itself is really clean. It looks fairly new. Yeah, so I'll just have to. This can instantly just be sorted into my sets and buildings. Cool. So now we're just taking the measurements of this container to see how much of it's actually Lego. So adding up what we got in the collection, we got 1, 2, 3. We'll bring these out later, but we've got 5 and a bit minifigures. So seeing how close we get to that 20 grams, as I'm going to take out anything that's non-Lego. That looks like non-Lego to me. Just checking that this actually is authentic Lego that I'm putting in here. It all looks like Lego to me. Some windows. I also got, she also gave me 3 oranges from her neighbours that she happened to have lying around. I'll just keep adding. Oh, that's a leaf. That's definitely not Lego. So, I'm supposed to have around 600 grams, and it was 33 on the scale, so we'll deduct that. Bit of paper. A bit more Lego. That doesn't look like Lego to me. There's some bits in here that are definitely not Lego, which I'll be needing to take out. Oh, 50 cents. Bit of money back as well. I'm not sure if that's Lego. That's all. Not sure what the hell that is. It's like a button or something, or a soldier. Oh, another minifigure. So that makes 6. 6 minifigures. I'm not sure if this is actually weighing correctly or if it's weighing out, but I think that's all pretty much Lego in there. Well, she said 600 grams. It doesn't seem to be anywhere near 600 grams. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get little bags, because I don't think that that's weighing it properly. I'm not exactly sure if my scales are reading right, but I didn't get anywhere near 600 grams of Lego. In fact, it's measuring it at around not even 100 grams, maybe around 60 grams or so. But it did look like quite a bit of Lego when I saw it. On a plus note, I got about 6 and a bit minifigures, which are probably worth, maybe at most a couple bucks each. There's maybe around $12 plus. You know, some of these bricks are all right, but you know, not really. That's not really 600 grams. You know, I had no idea what 600 grams looked like when I saw them in the bucket. I presumed it was 600 grams, but it appears to be, you know, a kilo of Lego or 600 grams must be a hell of a lot. I mean, if one of these little bags is 600 grams, I mean, only these 2 bags full of, you know, Lego is only less than 100 grams. You know, it must be quite a bit. What I'll do in a moment is I'll go and get some of the Lego I've got and see how much actually equates to 100 grams, to 600 grams or a kilo, just for future reference. In future, it'd probably be better not to get it from Gumtree. You know, it'd be better probably to buy it from a brick seller, you know, a second-hand brick seller online, even though it's a little bit more pricey. You know, it'll be probably a more accurate kilo or half kilo, depending wise. Now I'm going to calculate how much Lego makes up 600 grams and how much makes up a kilo. I'll deduct the weight of the bucket later. Just going to reset this thing. Alright, take all this stuff out. Alright, so the bucket's 41 grams, so let's put all the Lego in. So a kilo is actually quite a hell of a lot. So those are all my grey bricks. That's only, that there, these grey bricks, that is only, it's only 120 grams, minus the weight of the bucket, which was 41. So that's 80 grams of Lego, and that's just 80 grams of Lego, and that was more than what I got in the steel. So imagine it's 80 grams of Lego, so you've got to times that by 10. So you've got to have 10 of these buckets. If you filled that to the brim with Lego, that would probably be maybe around 100, 120 grams. So you'd have 10 of these buckets to make a kilo, or you'd have about 6 of these buckets, you know, to make 600 grams. So in future, the takeout is to just buy Lego, not obviously in bulk, but just get it from a dealer shop. So this is the plane now that it's completed. As you can see, it's a good shot of the box, and there were a couple of spare parts, not as many as I thought, but that's the completed plane. Strategically placed at the airport. So today's build for this week will be what I got from Woolworths Australia for $16 for my survey vouchers. This Lego mail plane, and it was a choice. Actually, last week I had constructed the police car, but this week it was a choice between bulldozers, which had 3 on the shelf, or this mail plane. Last week when I went in, there was none of that, so they've just restocked with this stuff. There was only 2 items left, and I chose the police car. But I've chosen this mail plane for a couple of reasons, which I will point out. With set 60250, Lego City, just looking at the back. So the things I liked about the mail plane was it comes with that little figurine. It comes with that little postage box with a dove on it, and also these mail bricks, which I don't have any of yet. I also felt that this build would go nicely with the airport, Lego airport I had, has a nice touch to it. They are pretty expensive for 16, and I felt this is probably not really worth, as much as what I paid for the police car last week anyway. Opening up the box very carefully, not to rip the box, which I'll be keeping. I've got this very detailed set of Lego instructions. Now these are way more detailed than the ones I used to have as a kid, and it makes it very easy to set this up because each page pretty much has 1 or 2 bricks added, whereas with the old designs they used to have like about 5 to 10 bricks, which was very much harder to follow. Anyway, looking at what this has come with, 3 bags of little bricks, total of I think 100 and something bricks or so in here. Looking at the last page of the booklet will tell us the total number of bricks in the set. It's even got the individual bricks in the set, which the old ones didn't used to contain. I'm not able to figure out the total, but it is 100 or so bricks. So these are the new Lego road plates that have arrived. Initially they were 28, but now I got them for 22 for Amazon after signing up to the 1 month deal. They took about, I got the postage removed. They took about a month, no, not a month, they took about a week to arrive. The packet for the Lego road plates. I will be keeping that box, I think. Open the box. Quite good for 22 bucks. So there's the base plates for the roads, and look at all these little trinkets. You get like a lot more than when you bought the original road plates. And the instruction booklet, of course. The interesting thing is when it said 5 base plates, I thought it meant 5 full-size base plates, but it actually means 4 full-size road base plates and a crossing, which is a bit different, but it still looks okay. So these are all the little road pieces I've assembled so far. I wonder if I'll have some extra bricks at the end of this. 2021 road base plates from Lego, the new ones, were actually a pretty good deal for $22, since they came with all these other little plants and road signs and other customizable things. The interesting thing as well, though, is the different designs you can use for the roads. There's different possible combinations there. It also came with some excess pieces, which are some additional flowers and stuff, so I was pretty pleased with this buy. The design I've opted to go with, it's the long road design, and there are a few excess parts. There's a flower thing which only seems to have 2 of the flowers and the stem and a couple of spare replacement traffic lights. I have decided to place the road. I'm going to have some major readjustments of my Lego city, but for now the road is placed here, which is one of the only vacant spaces. So as more pieces come in, I will be rearranging the towel. Additional pirate set underneath the table due to lack of space, as well as the underwater sunken treasure set. Looking at the new road, it seems like, for example, these cars fit nice and perfectly on the road. They're some very old model cars. I don't have any of the newer sets yet. So as you can see, there's plenty of room on the road for these type of cars. And I believe this is glow in the dark, so I'm checking. It doesn't seem to. Cars on the new road plate, and they all fit perfectly. I need to go through them and check for missing pieces. Comparison of the new 2021 Lego road plate and the old, which doesn't seem to quite line up. And here I have a modular custom I made building, and the road pavement is lower than the road itself, so it needs to be elevated on another plate. That today, so check out the links on where to buy the road plates, and don't forget to click subscribe. Update to the road system I had in place. I was able to purchase 30 more road plates on eBay for $85 Australian, including postage, which I felt was at the time quite a good deal, but I should have read the description better, because a couple of pieces such as this one here are missing. But overall it was an okay buy. I didn't feel like I was totally ripped off, because when you buy second hand on eBay, you know, you can expect a few bits to be missing, and it was described accurately in the description, which I didn't really read properly. So all the cars I have on here are 1980s and 1990s models. I even put the castle stuff out on the road, but I'll be probably moving that eventually. So as you can see, these are small cars. They fit on the road with no problem at all. And as for some of the old base plates, I might be selling them off. Here are some of them, as they no longer fit on the road. Now, I also purchased, using survey vouchers, because I don't really like to spend too much of my own money on Lego, this Lego City's police car, which I saw on the website, and I felt that it was the one that I wanted to get out of the limited range that they have in the supermarket at Woolworths. It's 60239, so I'll be assembling that and see how that fits nicely on the new Lego road system. They only had two boxes left of different Lego types, which were on the shelf, but I decided I wanted this one better. Also, at the end of the video, what I'll be featuring is, as of September 22, Woolworths Australia will be providing, for every $30 spent, their own Lego compatible bricks, where you can build your own Woolworths supermarket with the Lego being collected. So I'll be assembling this. It was quite pricey, and I just opened up this box, and the front, and there's the back. I was just having a look at what was inside. So we have the Lego City instructions on how to build things. This thing wasn't even bags. I felt that was a bit dodgy. It could have snapped. It has stickers instead of painted Lego, which also I find a little unappealing. I thought that was going to be actually painted Lego, but never mind. And then it has these two little bags. So overall, I feel that, you know, this could have been a few dollars less, but, you know, I don't feel like I was totally ripped off, but I don't feel like I would have wanted to pay $1 more for this set. This was 16 Australian bucks. I wouldn't have wanted to, go past 20. I wouldn't have paid 20 for this. 16, like maybe if this is probably worth, in my view, about $12 or $13. With what is actually included in that little box. Anyway, I'll assemble this. This is what the card now looks like when it's complete, with all the stickers and little guy is inside. So these are the additional leftover parts, spares. There's an additional sticker sheet, and that's what it looks like on the road. So it takes up most of the lane, but it still fits in quite well. Some other sets I'm trying to assemble, which are missing a few pieces. So there's the Lego Space Station, the 5590 giant truck and trailer with helicopter with quite a few missing pieces, now valued at a couple of hundred. I think this is a 1980s catapult, which is missing the piece at the end, and the airport baggage train part of my airport set, which is missing the connector piece. Surprisingly, the box of Lego, which I paid, well, it was initially supposed to be 9 kilos, and I bought it on eBay, and it was $199 for 9 kilos, including delivery, and yeah, I got it down to $169 because I signed up with eBay Plus, so I got $30 off, and the parcels arrived, and I don't mind the fact that, I was, they initially quoted 40, but it was $33.30 to send this. So, I don't mind because I got discounted anyway. They actually gave me, it was $199, but they gave me they didn't charge me postage, so the fact that their postage was less is actually good. Now, this arrived. This was supposed to arrive, this was going to take until up to the 19th, but it's arrived today on the 11th, which is 8 days early. And as I measured the box, okay, so the box weighs 10 kilos, which is promising. I weighed it before and it came up as 11.8. But I'll weigh everything individually as well. So that was way better, because I don't think there's going to be a kilo of packaging, so they might have given me some extra Lego there. can say this is a very satisfactory stack of Lego that's come through the post. It looks definitely like 9 kilos plus. One of the bags ripped, so I had to put the loose bits into that little orange box. So I'm just going to now weigh all the Lego and figure out how close to 9 I actually ended up getting. Well, actually, to make things easier, I will weigh the box. This is the calculations I ended up getting. 9.318 kilos of Lego, so I was pretty pleased to get that extra 318 grams after being discounted on 9 kilos plus the delivery time. It was a very positive experience. Some of these bags, one of the bags was 1.3, one was 1.098. Some of the bags were just so full that the Lego was just ripping out of them. After going through bag number 1 of Lego, what I found inside is, so these are all the bricks, the unsorted bricks, just from the first bag. This is all the square and the parts that definitely I will not be using. There was a little bit of non-Lego, but not that much. There was some Bionicle, very few minifigure parts, and what have I got in this bag? Yeah, the really tiny Lego pieces. But the interesting thing was there were some parts that would be useful for some of my sets that I immediately picked out. Some bits of a police thing. I'm not sure if that's a train. And these partially intact green truck type things, which I'm going to look up to see if they're actual sets or just custom mades. Came out of the bag number 3, because I skipped from bag number 2 to bag number 3. Was a bag which was full of little loose bits, but mainly these 5 different vehicles. So this 60121 it's pretty much complete, I think, but I'll check. It looks pretty much complete. There's this, what looks like a droid sort of thing. There's this car, which is pretty much complete. This one's missing a wheel. I'm not entirely sure what that is. And this piratey kind of thing, which looks pretty much complete. So, yeah, that bag I actually was about to skip, but it actually has some pretty good things in it, by the looks of it. Right, that's 3 bags down, and 6 to go. Now this bag didn't have too much interesting in it. It just had little bits and pieces. Nothing, a few useful bits for my full parts complete sets that I need. But nothing. The Lego was actually very dirty in this one, so I was getting, as you can see, I'm getting bits of fluff all over my legs that I'm gonna have to clean later. But yeah, nothing, no particular sets in that 3rd bag. A few little tiny mini figure parts, but I guess that people have already, the person who's had this already sold off their minifigures separately. It came up with this little minifigure world stand, which was interesting. Lots of junk, really small tiny bits that I've got to be careful not to throw away, and heaps of this Bionicle connective kind of stuff, which that car's built out of. A few bits of knickknacks from bag number 4 out of 9. Some more minifigure stands. Got a lot of Bionicle. Filled up this box with these kind of useless 2x2 bricks. Container's getting, almost halfway full. Some knickknacks for sets, and quite a bit of mess that I'm going to have to vacuum up without actually vacuuming up any Lego. Now, there's been there's a bit of junk that I'm going to throw out. That needs a bigger bag. But I've been hesitant with some bricks if they're Lego or non-Lego, so I've just been taking caution keeping anything that I think might be, which can connect to Lego bricks, even though it might not be authentic. A lot of sorting through the Lego, and 3/4 full large bucket. All these vehicles and spare parts. Whole container of Bionicle. 2 containers of these kind of useless 2x2 blocks. And very little minifigures, less than a small little bag of them. And a bit of broken Lego and some of these really small tiny bits. Minifigure stands, these little minifigure stands. let's see what we're adding on to the Lego compatible Woolworths supermarket with 9 of these packets today. Oh, this is some sort of, I'm not sure what, detergent minifigures, but look, we got the store manager. So this is my new Lego parts for sets that I need, including the London bus and other various pieces that I purchased on Bricklink. My order was a total of $57, but anything over $50 got me free postage, and it took almost about 2 weeks for this thing to arrive, so we're going to check what's inside. I'm just going to open it up. Bubble wrap will come in useful for the quail eggs. Yeah, and looking at these, this is what I've got. I've got to count to make sure I got all the pieces. He's divided it nicely into little plastic segments. Used bricks he's put in one segment, and these are all the new pieces he's divided. These are pretty nice bags. I think I might reuse them at another point if possible. And just giving him a shout out. So this is his website is his Bricklink is Haytan Bricks at Bricklink 174120041, and I need to remember to post some feedback. I've just got to go through and count to make sure I got everything here.